it could only be you here standing with me today. I didn't always know that, and I certainly didn't know that before you did. But I've never been so sure of anything. For those who know me, I've always asked far too many questions. What would I do if I could stand on the moon? How many apples does the average apple tree produce in a lifetime? How am I going to get myself through this one? But for the first time, I find myself in front of something I can't question. Because I already know the answer. I will never have to wonder, is this really it? Have I found something so rare that people spend their whole lives chasing it? I don't have to ask because I already know. This thing that I've got, is it real? I've got no doubts that you will be with me until the end of our days, because you see my shine on rainy days and prevent me from boiling over when I'm just ready to burst. You steady me when I'm uneasy and hold me when I feel hopeless, and you respond, I know, when I look at you and say, I'm dying. Because I don't want to get out of bed yet. We may not always see eye to eye, and our communication is not perfect. But I know I'll spend every day trying to understand you anyway. I will always try to see your point of view and your side of things, your joys and your sorrows, because you dared to open your world to me. I can only hope, in return, to share mine with you, because lately the cool breeze feels freeing instead of hollowing. The dark is inviting where it used to be daunting, and the world feels smaller and less chaotic when I know that you're near. You truly are a remarkable person. I've watched you handle grief, pain, fatigue, anger, sadness, joy, excitement, all of it with grace and strength. I accept you as you are, flaws and all. Your consideration for me knows no bounds, and I see everything you do to prevent even a moment's strain from entering my days. Everything. I'm grateful for every moment you spend making my life better. And I'm no poet. I'm miserably forgetful, and I've got a temper that just doesn't know when to quit. But you've stood beside me anyway. Without conditions, without questions. You've stood beside me. In return for all this comfort and support that you give me, I want you to know that I'll spend every day of the rest of my life making your dreams reality, because I know that you'd sacrifice every one of them for me to make my dreams come true. I will be your support and encourage you to grow and be the person that you're meant to be. I will share your load and be by your side when you're unwell or unable. And I will give you all the patience I can afford, but remember, some days I'm on a budget. I will work to provide a happy home with you to spend the rest of our days in, because that's what you deserve. You'll feel the rays of the sun and see new places and try new things, and I will be there with you for every single step. So please just remember that no matter what happens, you will never have to be alone again.
You don't think either one of you are gonna stop crying?
I had more jokes than yours, I know it.
I'm just gonna proactively get these out for you.
My love, a few short years ago, this is the last place that I thought it would be. I didn't believe this was for me. I used to come from a place of doubt. I doubted love and that I would ever feel the way that they sing about in those old-fashioned songs. I used to come from a place of fear. I was afraid of commitment, putting my heart into someone else's hands, and trusting that they would keep it safe. I was skeptical of marriage, why it mattered. But then I met you, and I didn't doubt anymore. I've never understood anything in my life so clearly as I did that evening when I first saw you. I knew she's the one. You're gonna do big things with her. One look at you, and all my fear disappeared. In a moment, my heart changed, and I knew I wanted you to be my wife. Now I come from a place of hope. Hope for our future together, and what that will be. Now I come from a place of trust. My faith in you is absolute. Now I am certain that this is where I want to be. The first quality time we spent with each other, we were lying in hammocks and just talking. Just talking. And in that moment, the way it made me feel to look at you, and the way it made me feel when you looked at me, shattered any hesitancy, reservations, insecurities that I had. After that evening, I was all in, and have been ever since. I knew you were the woman I wanted to spend the rest of my life with, and since that day, you've been nothing short of angelic. You've been my foundation, my sounding board, my internal source of motivation. When we met, I thought you were perfect, and I fell in love with you. And then I got to know you, and I realized you weren't perfect, and I loved you even more. Sometimes when you're feeling anxious or uncertain, you ask me, why do you love me? I love you because you sing a song only I can hear. I can't start my day without hearing your song. You find true delight in little things that I would overlook if you weren't with me. You've shown me in tiny little ways that I would have ignored if not for you, how to smile, how to laugh, love, find joy. By nature of who you are, you've taught me compassion, delight, and fulfillment. Because of you, I can feel myself slowly but surely becoming the me I've always wanted to be. When I'm with you, everything else fades to the background. You flood my senses with joy. You are my greatest gift. With you in my life, I could never be lonely again. I'm in awe of you, of our bond, and our potential. I adore you. I'm so incredibly lucky and proud to soon be able to call you my loving wife. Now I realize this is some vows, so I figured I should make some instead of just talk about you. I vow to bring my strongest self to this relationship and to act with integrity, honesty, and authenticity. I promise to join your laughter with my own, and when you can't look on the bright side, I will sit with you in the dark. I promise that I'm always in this with you no matter what life throws at us. You will never walk alone. I'm yours, and that's it, forever. I choose you today. I'll choose you again tomorrow, and I'll go on choosing you day after day for the rest of our lives. As we stand here in front of our friends and family, I promise to choose you daily. I marry you without any hesitation or any doubt, and my commitment to you is absolute. If I've ever done anything right in my life, it's loving you. I'm the luckiest person in the world, and I couldn't imagine growing old with anybody but you. You make me happier than I ever thought I could be, and I want to spend the rest of my life trying to make you feel the same way. Your honeybee.